Hey, welcome to today's lecture on trigonometry. So, trigonometry is a branch of mathematics that helps us find out the relationships between angles and sides of a triangle. The concepts in trigonometry are also very well applicable to other geometric shapes, but it's most commonly probably used with triangles. So, let's look at why trigonometry is considered to be such a powerful branch of math. So, look at this situation. You have a boat, say the Royal Titanic, that is stranded deep in the ocean, and immediately as it's stranded, it sends out an SOS to the teams at the shore. So you have the two lighthouses here, one and two. So the first thing that the shore has to do is to find out uh, this distance h, which is the distance of the boat from the shore, and obviously that cannot be measured in a straightforward manner unless one is God. So what the shore does is the lighthouse one that measures the angle A, which is the angle subtended by the shoreline with the boat. Similarly, the lighthouse 2, it measures angle B, this angle, and then and of course you have the distance L. So the given quantity would be, you have L, which is the distance between the two lighthouses, which can very straightforward. Then you have angle A and you have angle B. What we need to find is H. Now, so essentially what you would be doing using trigonometry is really to play God. Without entering the ocean, you're going to find H. So how do we do that? So before we proceed, I need to take you through a basic law that applies in trigonometry. So let's just change our pointer here. Yes. Okay. So we have a triangle. In this case, we have the angle A, B. Note down these notations because this is typically common parlance. You mark the sides with small letters and you mark the angles with capital letters. Okay. So the law of sines says that A divided by sine A is equal to B divided by sine B is equal to C divided by sine C. So this is really the a fundamental trigonometric law that we are going to use. This can easily be proven using concepts of using the basic trigonometric identities. So using this, the first thing you would do is we know that h divided by a is equal to nothing but sine b. So therefore, h will be equal to a sine b. So just mark that out. Now, what do we do next? So what we know is L. So we have to find out a relation between, okay, we need to first find out what this angle is. Okay, this angle would be pi radians minus a plus b, as because the sum of the angles of a triangle sums up to 180 degrees, which is pi radians. So therefore, L divided by sine of pi, apologies for that, L divided by sine of pi minus a plus b equals a divided by sine a equals b divided by sine b. And therefore, let's go to the next page. So we don't know a and b, but what we do know is that a is equal to h by sine b. So we substitute that. We substitute that as h divided by sine b divided by sine a. Let's clean this up. So we get L divided by sine a plus b is equal to h by sine b divided by sine a. Now why is that so? That's because sine a plus b is always equal to sine pi minus a plus b, right? So that comes from what you have, what's called the unit triangle. So if you take this as theta, this is also theta, therefore you have, so whenever you take the sine on the second quadrant, sine of pi minus theta will always be equal to sine of theta. Okay, this is note that. Now that aside, so therefore in terms of h as a function of LAB would be cross multiplying L into sine A divided by into sine B divided by sine A plus B, right? So there you have it. So using a simple, well, not, once you get a hang of this, it's quite simple. Just that the first time you see this derivation looks complex, but it's really not that complex. You're just cross multiplying and then you get a ready solution. So assume that if you're going to take real numbers, in this case, say if you put as HS, say something like 10 kilometers, and then typical values will be, A would be say 50 degrees, B would be 60 degrees, and then you know, sorry, L is yeah, 2 kilometers. So this would be typical numbers that you would get. So as you can see, it's very easy to figure out once you